Well, for all of you guys and gals that want to see a little bit more footage from the archives, here is a great hunt I did many years ago with Greg Hill and his mate Barry. We started off with shooting pigs out on the floodplains. Here he comes. Off the shoulder. Hit again. Watch those cattle. Then the guys found out that you shouldn't dare me to do something. They said, I bet you can't catch one of them. Well, it wasn't as easy as I first thought.
I lost him. Yeah, he's still going.
Get out and do it. Even the long stuff you
From there, we headed up into the mountains to chase clean skin or scrub bulls. It wasn't long before we got onto this guy.
High shoulder, breaky shoulder.
When he was on the ground, his mate didn't want to leave him and actually did a couple of mock charges at us, so I had to put a few rounds into the ground with the 375 Winchester big bore. And after a while, he saw the sense in leaving us alone and disappeared into the hills. There was a long haul out with the skin and the horns, and a lot of people say to me, why didn't you take the meat? At that time, we weren't allowed to take any meat by law off the property. Soon we were back out on the floodplains chasing a few more pigs, and it was time to test out the old 80 series Land Cruiser and lap a few of these big boars around. It might have looked a bit easy here, but there was so many wet patches we had to try and block these pigs so they didn't make their escape. He's gone, mate.
Up him again.
Some of these bulls are all bluff,
Up him.
but on other occasions you'll have bulls
Quick,
that'll just come at you straight away.
Watch him. Hit him again before he charges. Watch him. Watch him. Just careful.
We've been tracking these bulls this morning down off the other ridge and came down to the gully into a bedding down spot. Followed them down the watercourse to where we think they've been drinking and hung up out of the creek. Over a little rise and he stood up and then a couple of bellows and down over the bank he came towards us. I hit him once in the middle of the chest with 375 and he turned, another one in the shoulder. And when he went down, we put another one into his spine. It's been a great morning. We've been trying to work the wind, and it's the first scrub bull I've ever shot, and very pleased with him. Thanks very much, Clay.
Then, for a little change of pace, we headed up into the headwater country of the mountains to chase Saratoga and sooty grunter. Greg gets onto this massive big Saratoga here, but they were very sluggish. It was cold, the water was quite cool in winter time, and it took quite a bit to get them to take a lure.
Let's sit there for a second.
Now go. Go. Oh, no, you haven't got a silver lure there, eh? Just a spoon.
You got him.
Oh, he has.
Stick into him.
As we were releasing all these Saratoga, we were using barbless hooks, which meant that sometimes we had a few, long releases.
He's a beauty.
You want to try it?
Yep.
You will.
Will you take it?
Oh, you've done it.
there he
Done him.
You don't want the net.
Good fish, mate.
A golden black minnow that dives to about 4 foot deep.
Nice
Against
sooty.
the snags. And about second turn, wham.
Well done.
Put him in.
Well done. Hang on. You want me to net him? Bring him up. Dirty. Lift him up. Spin him round, Barry, because I can't see because of the sun. Huh? Sun shines right on me.
Just a set of boga grips.
Hold him up, mate. Well done. Hey?
Thank you.
Well done.
Took some doing to get the lure in front of me.
First Connors River, Saratoga. Beautiful. Off you go, old fella.
These sooty grunter are fine table fish, and even out of this water that seemed a little bit green and murky. So some of these we took back for our evening meal. That afternoon we arrived back on the coastal floodplain, so we decided to check out a nearby creek to see if there was some barramundi.
Got 'em.
As the water was cold and there wasn't a lot of oxygen in the water at that time of the year and it was fairly murky, we found that the barra would be out on the surface. Here were two reasonably good fish just lurking in the shallows.
That's the cast. You've got to follow. Well done.
From there, to finish off the hunt, we headed out in the morning to look for a Rusa stag.
Oh, yeah, I can hear Whitey's antlers in the road.
This is the first stag that we took out of this herd after about 5 years since their liberation.
Okay. Yep.
It's the 10th of August. This is the first Rusa I've ever shot. Hunting here with Clark. We came in this afternoon. It's the sun setting with the sun behind us. The wind in the right direction came in across the flat and snuck up on about 5 or 6 reasonable stags and waited until this fellow stood, got in the right position, and we checked him out and I took him with the 338. He's got lots of marks on his cape. He's been really fighting with the others. But very solid and great thick antlers. Big, yeah.